My name is Erika Mosesón. I'm a pulmonary and critical care medicine physician with Legacy Health, and I'm the pulmonary chair here at Legacy Emmanuel Medical Center. I also host a podcast called Air Health, Our Health about the air we breathe and how it can affect us. I'm a full-time clinician, so a day in my life is usually getting up, either going to clinic or going to the intensive care unit and taking care of patients. Welcome to my office. This is here at Emmanuel Medical Center. I try to keep things in front of me that remind me about what I do and why it's important and the importance of clean air for everybody. This poster is actually from an internship I did long ago when I was an undergrad with an Italian anti-cancer league focused on tobacco. So unfortunately, a lot of what I see still in my clinic, in the ICU, everywhere I go, is from tobacco use. And then when I look out the window here, I can see that those elaborate metal tubes on that building over there is a air filtration system that was put on top of a middle school because the air that is there currently is so toxic that children shouldn't breathe it. And it's ironic that inside that building the air is pretty clean, but you have to think about all the generations of kids growing up in this neighborhood that have now become my patients breathing unhealthy air. So it's something that's kind of always in front of me every time I'm here working in my office. And it's why what the American Lung Association does is so important, fighting to help rid the world of the scourge of tobacco and polluted air. So I really find this little corner of my world always reminds me about the importance of healthy air. And so I started looking around to learn more and learning about things like, diesel and its impact on communities. And a lot of that empowerment and, momentum forward actually came because the American Lung Association was looking for someone to help lawmakers understand the importance of tobacco impacting health and pollution. And so I started learning from experts and reaching out more and diving into the medical literature and talking to people who had a lot more expertise in health policy and atmospheric chemistry and building science. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to share with other people. And so I actually started a podcast called Air Health, Our Health. And it's mostly been conversations with people who have taught me a great deal on how to understand something. And then I try to break it down into everyday language, which is what those of us in healthcare do all the time. I think one of the most devastating elements of climate change that we're all witnessing are the impacts of these wildfire events and these really heavy smoke events. So not only is it terrifying to have communities and families having to flee fires, which threaten lives and home and everyone's memories, but also the effects of the smoke, which don't only affect people close by, but also over long distances and in doses that are much higher than what we've historically studied. And I think people think they have to be doing everything perfectly to be trying to clean up the air. And it's really okay to not be doing everything perfectly. Everything we can do is helpful. Before we had kids, my husband and I biked everywhere. I used to bike up the hill to OHSU for fellowship, and then we have kids and we have to use the car more, so we'll try to have who's ever not driving the kids maybe take the bus or bike or get to work through means that maybe put a little less pollution in the air. And again, people can really be trying to make things better, but not letting the perfect be the enemy of the good. Better is good.